Okay. Beatrice is my name.
I'm Lydia.
Today we are going to discuss a very touchy topic about contraceptives and how it can impact the lives of girls in our society. Coming from a Kenyan society, there are so many negative thoughts about controversial about contraceptives and how when girls are using the contraceptives and how they are judged by the society. So, Lydia, today I want you to give me your views and your opinion about, is it wise to introduce girls to contraceptives, especially when you see that early pregnancies are going to affect their quality of life? Do you think it's a good thing for girls to utilize and to make available use of contraceptives?
Okay, thank you so much, Beatrice, for giving me the opportunity to talk about this issue here. So I should first say that, disclaimer, I'm not a health professional, so don't take what I say here and use it for medical purposes, one. Two, I understand how controversial this topic is, especially in the Kenyan context. And for that, these are just my opinions, and I'm not trying to impose anything on anybody. So just take what you can, just leave it. So on the question of what I can say about contraception and how I think it can change girls' lives, first of all, I think that it's the right of girls to have access to contraceptives, right? I know. So because one, I think there are certain things we are not acknowledging as a society, right? Because I've seen so many smart girls whose potentials were held back just because they got kids. Now, there's nothing wrong with maybe having kids, but I feel like it has to be done at the right time. The pregnancy has to be you have to prepare for it, and you have to be ready emotionally and health-wise and resource-wise to be able to raise a human being. And so the fact that, you know, when you're introducing or educating girls about contraceptives and the options that are out there, it does not mean that they should go out there and have sex. That is not what it means. It just means that here is the information. In the case when you need it, it's available for you, and these are the options that are there for you. And I think that there's so much power in giving information, and I think it's the right of every Kenyan girl, even men or boys, young men, to get information about contraceptives. That is number one.
Yes.
Number two, I feel like there's some sort of stigma that comes with, especially for those girls who already have knowledge about contraceptives and they're willing to have it. There's that stigma that comes when they go to a healthcare provider or a clinic and ask for it. Sometimes, I'm not saying all healthcare providers are like that, but they get asked, are you sure? You know, which is a good question. But most of the times how it goes is we can't give you contraceptives because one, you're too young, and two, maybe their faith or religion hinders them from administering the contraceptives. And in this case, I find it interesting because you're not even considering this person's religion and what they believe in, you're considering your own. So I think that's a bit selfish. Number three, I feel like there's some sort of hypocrisy right there in our society, because we all know that even if we don't give girls this information, we already know that girls are out here and they're already engaging in sexual activities with men their age or maybe older or even younger. I don't care. But why is it that we are not seeing that? We just choose to be blind about it and just say, yo, contraceptives are bad for you. So I think that needs to be addressed. And yeah, those are just my opinions. And I think we should explore as a society how girls' lives could be different if we made contraceptives available for them and administer it to them if they want to. Of course, you don't force anything to anybody, without judging them and without necessarily kind of ostracizing them for that, and judging them too much.
Yeah.
My views.
Yeah, I think those are good insight from you, Lydia. Yeah, and I think girls should also be taught about ways of and method of various contraceptive methods and how they can use them, because with that knowledge they are able to use it from a point of knowledge.
Yeah.
And they can use it well, other than every time they have sex they run to morning after or P2, which is not unhealthy. Unless it is an emergency, you can use that. But if you know you're sexually active, go for a good family planning.
So that is where your doctor comes, or like seeing a healthcare professional, because they'll give you advice on what is, first of all, good for you based on your own reactions and everything, and also they will educate you more about the cons and pros of each one of them.
Yes.
Solid. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye.